Hello and welcome to This Board Game Life. My name is Mark and I'm here for doing a month in review for July of 2026. So on this video, this is where I kind of just go through the games that I played in the previous month, kind of just share some screenshots and things off of BGG, tell you my thoughts on the games, and yeah, whether I enjoyed them or not. So that's what this video is about. And I did get 30 plays in of 13 different games during the month. So today I'm going to talk about those 13 different games. And before I start, if you'd be so kind to please like the video if you do enjoy it. But please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when new content is dropping. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment below. Love to hear from you. All right, so I'm going to switch screens here, and we are just going to take a look at what we've got coming up. All right. So the first thing that I got played was Wondrous Creatures, and this is a really amazing game, and it's everybody gets a boss or captain. It's called a captain, and this is a really fantastic worker placement game. So you'll see here, like in this image. Let's see if I can make that a little bit bigger, but you can. That's a little blurry. This is zoomed in, but you can see that your captain is like magnetically attached to one of your crewmates. So you'll get like three crewmates, if you will, that you can use in this game. And as you can see here, there's the blue guy here also has, let me scroll there, that's their captain. But then you'll see this crewmate doesn't have anybody on them, and that's just because that's just a crewmate. They're not so you have two that will be with no magnet, one will have a magnet that your captain will go to. So, and the crewmate that has the captain, when you place them on the board, once you've unlocked their ability by getting a trophy, then you will be able to do special things based on their power. So, but it's a really great game. There's a lot of cards in this. Every single card in this game is different. There are no two cards that are the same. They all have different abilities, different points, things like that. And there's like some ongoing cards. There's end game point cards. There's instant cards, and then there's one like you see here, the Wayfinder. So it has this little timer, this little sand glass on it. So whenever you recall your workers, essentially your crew from the board, if you have these I think they call it recharge. Not you're recalling them back, but they call it a recharge ability. So when you're recharging, then you get to when recharging, you get these abilities of these cards that you have out in your tableau. So there's a lot of things going on. This is a kind of a look at the player board. You've got mushrooms and flowers and coral and fruit that you are needing these resources to do various things, to buy cards, to play cards, and all kinds of different things. It's a constantly changing game. It is absolutely super fun. Every time you play, it will be absolutely different. It will be so different, and it is just so good. Absolutely one of my all-time favorites. Here's kind of a glimpse at part of the board. Most of it's here, but there is just so much. There's a lot like going on, but it's not overly complicated. It's actually pretty simple to play. You place a worker, you're going to do like one thing on your turn. You're going to place one of your crewmates out and then gather either cards or resources, or you are going to complete an achievement, or you are going to play up to two cards if you have the resources to play them. And basically that's it. Those are the three. You're going to do one of those three things. Now, other things like your nets and your energy, if you have those are like free actions you can take at any time on your turn. So, and it's really, really good. I absolutely love Wondrous Creatures. All right, next I played Panda Royale. This is, let me give you a quick, I do like to mention who designed these games and who published them. So Wondrous Creatures is by Yam CW with Sophie Kang as the art and published by Bad Comet. And again, this game came out in 2024, and their new Winter Wonderland, I think it is, the expansion. Let me double check. Just came out. A Winterfall. So Winterfall is now out. So there's a. I haven't played it yet. I do have it, and I'm looking forward to getting that played. All right, so I talked about Panda Royale was next. This came out 2024. This is designed by Jake Jean and Nate Jean, with art being done by Nate Jean. This is published by Last Night Games. 2 to 10 players, 20 to 30 minutes, ages 8 and up. It's a real lightweight. This is a dice chucker, but it's a dice chucker of the best kind. And you've got lots of different dice in this game. As you can see, all different kinds. There's 6-sided, there's 8-sided, 20-sided, 12-sided. There's just a bunch of different colors. The colors do mean things. So you'll see, like, if you can see this red 6-sided die here, you'll see a white 5 and a black 3. That's because the white 5 is positive, the black numbers are negatives, and there's a way that you got to do certain math with the red die, and you can get big points, but you could also lose points depending on how they're rolled. So it's really fun, and they got a couple of expansions as well that add more dice that do different things, and it's kind of fun. They got a kind of a catch-up mechanic. They got this pink dice that you can kind of see. I think this is the pink one, maybe not the. Is it pink or purple? I think that's the pink one. That looks like the pink dice. So there's this catch-up mechanic where whoever has the lowest yellow dice score, I think it's the yellow dice score, at the end of the round, they for the next round they get the pink dice, so they get an extra dice to roll that could potentially give them some more bonus points. It's really cool, really fun, great for all ages, and it plays quick. It really does. All right, next was Zombicide White Death, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Timecrash expansion. So this is designed by Raphael Gouton, Jean-Baptiste Lulin, and Nicholas Rout, published by Cbon back in 2025. So this expansion came out last year. If you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this just brings the turtles. So you got the 4 turtles, you got Splinter, you also get Casey Jones and April O'Neil will come into the game. And then you get a bunch of, like you can see here, the foot soldiers. Now, this picture, in the game, they are not painted. This is somebody has painted their turtles, but they are kind of like in the medieval times. So this takes place under the White Death version of Zombicide. So you do need White Death, and it does play in the medieval times. So let's see, and then you take Shredder takes the place of the Abomination in the game and has some special rules for him. So there's like a 10 mission campaign for the turtles in Zombicide. It's okay. I don't feel like it's really. I think it's pretty weak with the feeling of the turtles. You get their weapons, and there's some rules specific to them where they can meditate and they get chi and stuff, but it doesn't really feel like the turtles. I in my opinion, I feel like it's just kind of a tacked on IP, and it's just, I don't really feel like you get the feeling that you're these turtles. It's just you're another character. So kind of mid on this one. Like I said, I really like the Zombicide second edition, the more modern stuff. I've got other campaigns I want to run through with that. We did the Washington ZC one. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. This one's a little bit more melee. There are crossbows and bows, but it feels a little bit more. I think it feels a little slower, maybe. I think I just like the modern weapons and things like that a little bit more. But anyways, still, if you like Teenage Mutant Turtles and you like Zombicide, you might enjoy this. All right, next is Champions of Midgard. This came out 2015. This is designed by Ole Steinus. The art's by Jose David Lanza Cebrian and Victor Perez Corbella, and published by Gray Fox Games. This is a really fun game. This is, and I remember when I first played this, I didn't think I was going to like it. So here's a picture of the board, and it's basically a worker placement. You're going to have like a troll up here on the left, then you're going to have some, I forgot what they're called, but there's draggers or something like that. But there's other creatures that you'll come up here and you'll fight, and you can place your workers out on the board, and there's tiles that will go in some of these spots that will change, so you can, it's a worker placement. You're going to go certain places to get resources or more soldiers, and you need to fight the troll, otherwise people will get shame tokens. There's victory points for fighting these other creatures, but you also need to get a ship, or rent the ship, and you're going to have cards down at the bottom, and you're going to need to basically sail across the ocean, but you're going to need to be able to feed your troops. You're going to be able to need to have enough troops to go to battle on that end to see what kind of rewards you'll get. You will know what you're fighting for and what you'll end up with, but there'll be like bigger victory points, and like more gold and things like that if you come across the ocean and are fighting. So yeah, it's just a really fantastic game. Now, my buddy who's got this also has some expansion to it. They played it last week. I didn't get the opportunity to play it, but here you can see you got the cards at the top. There's the troll, and you've got all your worker placements going on, and then you got some down here at I guess the top of this picture. I guess you guys can't see my mouse. At the top right of this picture, let me see if I can. Oh, I was already. Oh, that's it. That's as zoomed in as it gets. So that's where there's like, you can see a guy with his little blue soldier and some food. But he'll have to put dice. I guess he should have had dice on there. Maybe he just lost his dice, or he just rolled them there. There's some dice on the table. He might have just rolled to do combat. But yeah, you'll go against some of these different characters and things like that in the game. So don't know where that's, I think someone's just got Thor's hammer there, Mjolnir, just as a round marker. But yeah, excellent game, really good. You can see it's got the Dice Tower seal of excellence. This is a fantastic game. Champions of Midgard. If you get the opportunity, definitely recommend it. Next, from Bezier Games, we've got the Game Makers, designed by Ben Rossett, art by Zane Huss and Bhima Kusuma. This is the love letter to the board game industry. Absolutely, that's what this is. And as you can see, this is a huge, huge box. There's a lot in here. It's heavy, it's expensive, but it is quality, nostalgia. It's amazing gameplay, easy put out on the table. And as you can see from this picture, it does take up space. So let me actually go out. Like, look at this table. So this is like a 4-top, right? For 4 people, and they are utilizing every bit of space on here. But I want to kind of zoom in and show you the central piece here. I've talked about this, showed this in some of my unboxing videos, but this is where all the resources are sitting. This is the wheel where you are rotating this and then people will take actions with their forklifts that are there and place them out into different zones to take those resources, or to put maybe some of those resources into their board. Now you've got 2 player boards. This one is like your factory, so you've got a bunch of different things going on, and this looks like I think it's changed a little bit from. This must be like I wonder if this is an early release. I don't think these 3 things are sitting there. I thought they were down over here. No, that might be right. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm probably wrong. But anyways, you've got all your marketing trees here, or tracks that you're going to want to get boosted up, and you're going to be building games. So here's one. They got Aeon Zen. They got a contract for Aeon Zen. So you got to get 6 cards. You got to have a level 3 cardboard component to build this game. This is a co-op. It's purple, but you can do 3 at a time. But you also will have um, your components area where you're going to have putting like cards and your resources. Oh yeah, this is not the official board. This is not what this must be an early release because the tweenies aren't there. I knew it didn't look right. So this is must be a beta release or a what do you call it? Early release of the game because that's not what the board looks like anymore. But then you got also the second board. It's basically your shelf, and these are you can see this person has they filled their shelf. No, they've actually filled their shelf. So the game is over at this point because someone has filled their shelf. But these are all the games that they made. You can see these are real games that you may have played or may not have played. And it's really fun. This game is just so much fun to play. Again, here you can see where there's 5 players. And again, this is an early look at the board. Because it's not, it has changed. Looks a little bit different than this of placement of things, but yeah, it still has all the things. Are just a little bit designed a little different than what you see here. But and then there's your empty shelf, so you're going to be putting your cards, the games in there as you play. It is a super fun game, and you can play like here. You got 5 players. I think it plays up to 5, and it might no. I think it plays 6. It plays 6 players, and the game will take an hour because everyone's playing at the same time. You're going to be in there at an hour. It's just the way it works, and I love that this again takes a lot of space, but if you've got the space available or you've got a game store near you that allows you to come in and play at their tables and things, you're going to want to try this one. You're going to want to play this game. I absolutely love it. It's super fantastic. All right, enough me gushing on the game makers. Next is Container. This is a new release this year of a previously out of print game. This is designed by Franz Beno DeLong and Thomas Ewert and Kevin Nesbitt, with the art by Adam Alsuch Boardman, published by All Play again this year. 3 to 5 players, 45 to 90 minutes. Ages 12 and up. I think 12 might be a little young. This game is really about getting the economy going, and it can be I think a little challenging to kind of get it going. But here you've got components. You can see some player boards out here, and they're basically going to be, everyone's got their ships, and they're going to be your ships. You're going to go into other people's ports to get goods that you want to take over to Container Island to auction off. And you are producing stuff that you're trying to sell to other people as well. Then you've got to buy stuff that people are producing to put in your harbor to attract other people to come get it so they can go to Container Island and sell it at a higher price. The game is okay. I think I said this before when I did my review. It's one of those that I'm perfectly fine if I don't play it again. It's just, it didn't sit that well with me. I think, I do want to play it again, and we probably will. And I know we're going to play it differently next time, so I might have a different opinion of it. I know it was a very popular game back in the day. For me, it just didn't rub me the right. So next was Captain Sonar from 2016. This is designed by Roberto Fraga, Johan Lemonier. The art's by Irvin, Peter Forkasowitz, Sabrina Tobel, and published by Matago. This is a really fun game. It is a competitive game, but with teams. It's team competitive, so you've got 2 teams here hunting each other down in the sea. So both teams have the boards where they're trying to get based on movement, and they can start building up or getting ready to activate mines, torpedoes, sonars, and drones, and running silent and trying to find the other sub without taking damage. Here they've got cubes, but the game that we played was like you got dry erase markers and you're just checking things off. You're just drawing things on boards, and there's no cubes or anything in it. But you're just drawing out, and like, here they got cubes, but you're just coloring it in with a dry erase marker. The boards are dry erase. So this might have been like the original copy of it or something, but the dry erase is really easy. And it makes a fast-paced game go quicker. But essentially, yeah, you've got people sitting on different sides. Well, here's kind of a picture on the back of the box. You can see there's this big divider between the two teams, and it is best at, well, they show 8. Does it play 8? I guess it does, 2 to 8. We've played it with 6, and I wouldn't want to play it any less than that, because even at 6 players, 3 on each team, someone's doing double duty. So if you've got 8 players, it allows everyone to focus on one thing, but you still have to work together. And it's a lot of fun. This is a fantastic game, a group game, if you can just, get people to focus on what they're doing and understand this. Captain Sonar is a blast. All right. Next, Mechs versus Minions. This came out 2016. It is getting a new crowdfunding this year. This was designed by Chris Cantrell, Rick Ernst, Stone LeBrand, Prasant Saraswat, and Nathan Tiras. The art's by Danny Beck and Tyson Henderson. Published by Riot Games. This is a massive box. There's a miniatures, as you can see. Now, the new crowdfunding that's coming out, they are making a smaller version, like a miniature free version, so you won't have the hundreds of minis of the zombies, or the minions. You won't have all those minions. The mechs that you're standing in, like here, they're just gorgeous pre-painted miniatures, right? In the new game, they're going to just be acrylic standees, and they're not near as nice, but the box is going to be a lot lighter, a lot smaller, this new release. And instead of these miniatures, they're going to have like little acrylic tokens that go out where the minions spawn. So it's going to be a much smaller package, easier to haul around. I took this game to game night just like 2 weeks ago, maybe, and it was a pain. The box is huge. I don't even have a bag that'll fit in. It's hanging out. I got to be careful when I'm taking it in, and there's really nothing else I can take other than that. So the new one is going to be a lot easier to transport with, but it's still going to be a nice game. It's just not going to be as fancy. So just kind of keep that in mind. But you can find this on the aftermarket, and I do believe they are going to re-release this big one as well. So if you want this big one, I believe you're still going to be able to get it. They're going to reprint it. There will be like 2 options. So, and this big box, they're so nice. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm glad I got the big one. I might still back the other one just to have a smaller version to haul into game night, make it a lot easier. But yeah, keep an eye out on that for the Mechs versus Minions coming up on crowdsourcing sometime soon, if you're interested. All right, next was Oak. This is designed by Wim Gossens. The art is by Masage Janik, published by the Game Brewer. This game is phenomenal. Another worker placement game, but it's different. Like, you've got this tree on this board, and you've got these different spots around the board that you can go to. It's a worker placement, but then you're going to have a bunch of your little druids out here at the bottom of the tree, and basically you want to get guys up to the tops of the tree, kind of go up the branches to show your loyalty to the tree, or something to that effect. And you can upgrade some druids as you're going. Here's your player boards. You've got resources that you're going to be collecting, like these stones, this mistletoe or whatever it is, and then feathers. And you're going to have different things that you can go to do, or you can go out on the main board. And there you go. There's some cards telling you various things. So you're going to have cards. You're going to play a card. So it's going to, you're going to do the action and go to certain spots on the main game board. And if you do that, then it's like you've got to, if you go to the one spot, the two, or the three, depending on the zones on the card, the threes have more resources required than the one. So, but the rewards will be better. So you've got to play those cards, and then you can gain other cards that will give you kind of abilities or ongoing specialties as you're going throughout the game. So there's a lot going on in this game, and it is absolutely so much fun to play. Absolutely fun. So this is an outstanding worker placement game, and it's really, really good. I don't have this one. I think this was the one that Rob was saying right after it came out, the company closed. And so unless someone ever picks this back up, it's going to be really hard to find the nice deluxe version, which is what I would want. But I think this is, even if I found the retail version in the store, I would probably nab it up. But if you haven't seen it yet, you're probably not going to see it. So, because the company went under. But Oak is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Next, Masters of Renaissance, Lorenzo il Magnifico, the card game. This was okay. This was interesting. You got a bunch of cards, and there's these marbles that you're gonna move. You're gonna so here's a little marble thing. So you're gonna basically pull a marble, or there's gonna be one sitting off to the side, like you see this blue one. You're gonna place it somewhere in this, and to the the top or to the side. There's only one side, or those two sides of the four that you place it. You're going to push it basically into the tray where you see it'll roll down to where that little blue one is. And then you're going to basically take actions depending on the marbles in that row. Not the one you place, but everything else. And so there's going to be, you're basically trying to gain resources so that you can, make upgrades. You're going to put them into your player board. You're going to want to get these cards upgraded, which do all these different things. So, and then there's another board where you're trying to, like at the top here, you're trying to move your character along. The further along you get, get more points. And that's kind of tough to move. Here's the little thing that I'm talking about. So when someone gets to the end of like one of these tracks, they'll flip points over. And if no one has gotten into the zone of that, then they can't get the points even if they get there later. So kind of a race in that aspect. So interesting game. This is Masters of Renaissance. And so this one was designed by Simon Luciani, Nestor Mangon. The art's by Clemens Franz and Roberto Grasso, and published by Cranio Creations. All right, got about 3 more games. Pandemic's Legacy Season 2. This is designed by Rob Davio, Matt Leacock. Arts by Atha Kanani, Chris Williams, and published by Z-Man back in 2017. And this is, again, one of those legacy games. So this picture here is basically kind of... let me get a larger picture. I guess it's the same. So this is like how you start out. You get this little bit of map, and then as you go playing and discovering, you'll open up more and more and add more into the game. And it's a very difficult game. It is a cooperative game. I'm playing it now. We are probably one more evening, and we'll probably be able to finish this one and get it complete. I think we got about 3, maybe 4 months left, but it's a challenge. It definitely poses challenges, but if you love Pandemic, then check out the Pandemic Legacy games. Next, Sniper Elite, the board game. So this came out 2022, and they just released 2 new expansions, and they just did a crowdfund to reprint the original. I recently did an unboxing of that. And so if you want to see what's in this game, go ahead and check that out, that video. But this was designed by Roger Tankersley and David Thompson. The art's by Jose David Lanza Serbian and Edward Grald and Ed Savage. Published by Rebellion Unplugged. So this is a 1v3 game. So basically, one person is the sniper, and these are some of the maps that I'm showing here. And I want to try to see if I can find the one that I had. But basically, there's like each map has like 9 objectives, and the sniper is going to go through a deck of cards, and he's going to draw 2, and they have to be in different sectors. So basically, you have to pull 2 cards that are of different suits. That's how the suits line up with the sectors. That way, you can't get 2 objectives in the same area. So you're going to have to go across the map there. So the sniper, here he is, Carl. You are on your own. Now, you can shoot, but you run risks of showing yourself and where you are. If you can stealth the whole thing, that's probably the best option. But there's going to be about 3 officers and 6 soldiers that are going to be hunting you. So it's you against 3 other players, and each of the other players controls 1 officer and 2 soldiers. And they are going to be trying to find you and kill you. And your objective is to complete your assignment, your objective, without being found. And it's very fun, very interesting. I've played as both the sniper, and I've also played as the soldiers. And I prefer playing as the sniper. I found it very intense, very just it was fun. It was a lot. I didn't enjoy it as much playing as the soldiers, trying to find the sniper. But even that we knew at one point we had the guy cornered, and we just couldn't get him. We couldn't find him. And someone walked out of the building thinking he got out, which he couldn't have got out because we had all the exits blocked. And then, of course, as soon as they did that, the sniper was able to sneak out. So, but we about had him. And so it's a really fun game. I absolutely love the video game. But again, it is a 1v3, so you got to have a group that's willing to kind of to play this style of game. It's not a game for everyone, but it is absolute blast if you can get this one to the table. And the last thing we played was Cover Your Assets. This came out in 2011. This is designed by Brent Beck and Jeffrey Beck. The art's by David Bach, Andrew Bosley, and Patsky and April Stott from Grandpa Beck's Games. And this is just a quick little game about you're getting these cards with different assets and money value basically attached to them. And then once you play you get a pair of assets out in front of you. Then is let me see if I can zoom in on this. So he's got some the lower cards. He's got these pink ones, looks like a piggy bank, on top of the ones below it. The ones below it are safe, but the piggy bank can be stolen from him. You can be challenged for that if you don't have additional cards or wilds to protect it. That can be taken, and it can kind of move around, and that piggy bank stack will get bigger and bigger every time someone takes it. So it becomes more desirable for others to try to get it. As you can see, this guy's got some stocks, and then he's got his bank account on top of it, so his stocks below are safe. But if this bank account gets stolen, now those stocks are now up for grabs. So it's just a really, really fun game, and it plays quick, and it's a really light game that, what is it, maybe a 10? It says 20 to 40 minutes. I think we played for 20 max. It really is not very long. But we had 4 players playing, so maybe a little longer for 6. But again, it plays actually really quick. All right. Well, let's take it back to the main. So that is my look. That's what I played in July of 2026. Again, please, if you are still here, would love it if you'd like the video and subscribe to the channel. Rob and I are trying to get to 1,000. And comment below as well. Leave comments. I'd love to hear what you played in July. Have you played any of the things I did? Do you have any thoughts on any of the games that I played? And just share your list with us in the comments. We'd love to hear it. All right. Again, thank you so much for watching. That is the game for today. Thank you for playing.